cyclic group. And many theorems of abstract algebra and many properties of the group is depend on this theorem. So, at first I recommended you, please pay attention in today's video. Actually, it tells about how many subgroups will be cyclic in any group. The property is, if G be a cyclic group and A be a subgroup of the group G, then it must be cyclic. That means, in a cyclic group, you cannot have any non-cyclic subgroup. Okay? This is the first property. And second part of the theorem is, if you have a cyclic group of order n, then order of any subgroup is divisor of n. And third property is, for each divisor there exists a unique subgroup. Okay? Well, at first I will prove the first property. Let G be any cyclic group. Then G will be generated by single element A. Let consider G is generated by A. And let consider A be any subgroup of G. Then our claim is, we have to show A is a cyclic group. At first consider A is any trivial subgroup. Then obviously it will be cyclic group, because any trivial group always will be generated by identity element. So A must be the cyclic group. Okay? Now consider A be any non-trivial subgroup. Then let's choose X be any non-trivial element of this subgroup. Since the group is cyclic, so you know any element of the group can be written as a to the power n for some n belongs to integer. Okay? Well, suppose m be the smallest positive integer such that a to the power m be the member of S. What I am saying? Suppose in S there exists element like a to the power k1, a to the power k2, so on, and m equal to minimum of k1, k2 up to k infinity. Okay? Well, let consider b equal to e to the power m. If I can to show S is generated by this b, then S will be cyclic. Well, let C be any arbitrary element of the subgroup S. So of course, same reason as before, then C equal to e to the power x for some integer x. We all of us know the division algorithm. What is division algorithm? For any two integer, there exists a q and r in integer such that x equal to y times quotient q plus remainder r, where r greater than equal to 0, strictly less than 1. Now, apply this division algorithm to this integer x and smallest positive number m. Then there exists Q and R such that x equal to mq plus r, where r strictly greater than equal to 0 and strictly less than m. Then we can write C equal to a to the power x equal to a to the power mq plus r by division algorithm, which also we can rewrite as a to the power m to the power q times a to the power r. And since a to the power m be the member of S, and since S is a closed under binary operation, that means any power of this element must be member of the S. Then a to the power m to the power q must be member of the subgroup S. Since H is a subgroup, that implies every element has own inverse. Let's consider a to the power m to the power minus q be the inverse of a to the power m to the power q. Now multiply this equation by its inverse. Then the result will be a to the power m to the power minus q times a to the power x. Since this is inverse of this element, so here will be identity. That means this equal to a to the power r. Since the subgroup is closed under binary operation, so this also be the member of S. So a to the power r be the member of S. And since m is the smallest positive integer, where a to the power m be the member of S, then from this line, since I have got a to the power r also be the member of S with this condition, r strictly greater than equal to 0 and strictly less than m. Since m be the smallest positive integer, then r must be 0. That implies a to the power x equal to a to the power m to the power q. And our proof has done, because this is equal to b to the power q. And let's consider, I have considered it, C be any arbitrary element. So any arbitrary element of the group can be written as b to the power q. So b must be generator of S. So S is a cyclic subgroup where S is generated by B. Okay? Well, second property is, if order of G equal to n and A is be the subgroup of G with order of A is equal to K, then K must be divided n. That means we have to now prove order of subgroup is divisor of order of a group. Let G be a cyclic group of order n and G is generated by the single element A. Let K be the positive divisor of n. Then n divided by K will be some integer. Since K is divisor of n, that implies n equal to K times n, and a to the power n equal to a to the power km, which we can write a to the power m to the power k. And since a to the power n equal to e, from this line I will get a to the power m to the power k equal to identity. And since G is a cyclic group, so a to the power m will be member of the group G. Since G is cyclic, so any subgroup will be cyclic by the previous theorem. And we can construct a subgroup as cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power m, where a to the power m to the power k equal to identity. Okay? Well, here the order of A is equal to k. That means order of A is divide the order of the group. And our proof has done. And this is even true for a non-cyclic group, because we know the Lagrange's theorem. The order of the subgroup must divide the order of the group. Okay? Alright. At first I will say one theorem. Let A be any element of order n in a group G and let k be a positive integer. Then the cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power k is similar to cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power GCD of nk. And the order of a to the power k equal to n divided by GCD of nk. And the proof of the theorem is very important. Let's try to prove this theorem oneself. Okay? Alright. And the converse of the Lagrange theorem will be true when the group is cyclic. That means any divisor of the group will be subgroup of this group, which is only true for cyclic group. That means converse of the Lagrange theorem is only true for the cyclic group. The third property is, if order of G equal to n and k be any natural number with k divide n, then if A is equal to cyclic subgroup a to the power n over k, then this subgroup is unique subgroup of order k in G. Okay? Well, now let's look the proof. If order of G equal to n and k divide n, that imply k is divisor of n, and the cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power n over k equal to, we all of us know by this theorem, n divided by GCD of n over k, which is equal to n divided by n over k, which is equal to k. Therefore, the order of this subgroup must be k. And for uniqueness, let's consider A be any another subgroup of the group G with order k. Our claim Ace is only the cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power n over k. From 1, I have got Ace is the cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power m for some m. And for 2, property 2, I have got then m divide n. So, GCD of mn equal to m. So, since I have chosen the order of subgroup is k, then k equal to order of a to the power m, which is equal to n over GCD of nm, which is equal to n over m. Then m equal to n over k. That means A is equal to actually the cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power n over k. This is nothing. This is this subgroup. So our claim is true. This subgroup will be always unique. Okay? Let's notice the group Z30 and the divisor are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, 30. The divisor are when k equal to 1, then the subgroup is look like cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power n over k. That means a to the power 30 over 1. This is equal to a to the power 30 and which contains only one element is identity. When divisor k equal to 2, then the cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power n over k, that means a to the power 30 over 2, which is equal to a to the power cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power 15, and the order of the subgroup is 2 because this subgroup contains the element e and a to the power 15. Other divisor is k equal to 3. The cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power 30 over 3, which is equal to a to the power 10, which contains the elements e, a to the power 10, a to the power 20. So the cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power 10 is of order 3. Okay? Well, other k equal to 5 similarly of order, this is the cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power 6 of order 5. This is contains e, a to the power 6, a to the power 12, a to the power 18, a to the power 24. And other is k equal to 6, and this is the cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power 5 of order 6, and this is the element e, a to the power 5, a to the power 10, a to the power 15, a to the power 20, a to the power 25. That means this subgroup contains 5 elements. Other, when k equal to 10, then the cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power n over k means a to the power 30 over 10. This is a cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power cube of order 10, and this is contains the element, since the order is 10, e, a cube, a to the power 6, a to the power 9, a to the power 12, a to the power 15, a to the power 18, a to the power 24, a to the power 27. Okay, similarly k equal to 15. This is the cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power 2, and k equal to 30. This is nothing. This is the cyclic subgroup generated by a to the power 1, which is of order 30, and this contains e, a squared up to a to the power 29. Now I will see the lattice diagram of Z30. What is the subgroup of Z30? Here notice the subgroup is look like a to the power 30, a to the power 50, but I will here use only cyclic subgroup generated by 30, 50 for 15, 10, 6 for only simple calculation. Here notice a to the power 1 is the biggest subgroup because 1 contains the cyclic subgroup generated by 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, 30. Okay? Let's draw the lattice diagram. This is the cyclic subgroup generated by 1. This is the cyclic subgroup generated by 2. This is cyclic subgroup generated by 3. And this is the cyclic subgroup generated by 5. Similarly, the cyclic subgroup generated by 6. And notice the cyclic subgroup generated by 6 is contained in the cyclic subgroup generated by 2 and the cyclic subgroup generated by 3, and these are both proper subgroup. So 6 is contained within the cyclic subgroup generated by 2 and the cyclic subgroup generated by 3. Similarly, cyclic subgroup generated by 15. And notice the cyclic subgroup generated by 3 and the cyclic subgroup generated by 5 both contain the cyclic subgroup generated by 15. So cyclic subgroup generated by 15 is contained cyclic subgroup generated by 5 and cyclic subgroup generated by 3. Other is cyclic subgroup generated by 10 and the cyclic subgroup generated by 2 and the cyclic subgroup generated by 5 both contain in the cyclic subgroup generated by 10. And finally, we have got the cyclic subgroup generated by 30 which is equal to the cyclic subgroup generated by 0. And this is the lattice diagram of Z30. Okay? Well, here is just a nice property. Suppose order of A equal to n. Then order of power of that element will be a to the power k. And which is equal to, by previous theorem, n divided by GCD of nk. And since k and n are relatively prime to each other, that means that implies GCD of nk equal to 1. So, order of a to the power k will be n divided by 1 which is equal to n. And from this line, it is true a to the power k must be generator of the cyclic subgroup generated by A. Okay? Well, so the cyclic subgroup generated by A equal to cyclic subgroup generated by AK, where K is prime to n. Okay? Well, let's consider a cyclic group of order 8 and also consider cyclic subgroup generated by A generates the whole group. And cyclic subgroup generated by A similar to cyclic subgroup generated by AQ which is also similar to cyclic subgroup generated by A to the power 5 and cyclic subgroup generated by A to the power 7 which is also equal to same as cyclic subgroup generated by A to the power 9, cyclic subgroup generated by A to the power 11, cyclic subgroup generated by A to the power 13. Actually, which is prime to 8. Now, focus on the lowest power. That means 1, 3, 5, 7. Then, the generator of Zn is same as the number of elements of the group UN. We all of us know the UN group. UN group actually the collection of unit. Given n belongs to natural number, the group of units UN equal to m such the GCD of mn equal to 1. Okay? Well, and we all of us know the well-known function, Euler-Phi function, which is very important function in number theory. I have discussed in my previous video what is the phi function. And phi n equal to order of the group un. This is actually the size of the group of units. This is the formula of phi function which I have discussed in my previous video elaborately. And I recommended you, if you don't see my previous video of number theory, at first say this video. Because phi function is very important function. This is the formula. And if the order of the group 1, then the phi n will be 1 by this formula. 2, then phi n will be 2. For 3, phi n will be 2. For 5, phi n will be 4. For 6, phi n will be 2. For 8, phi n will be 4. For 17, phi n will be 16. For 18, phi n will be 6. So on. That means in a group of order 17, there exists 16 generator. Similarly, group of order 6, there exists 2 generator which generates whole group. Are you getting? Well, thank you so much for watching this video. And stay safe, stay productive, stay happy also. And don't forget to subscribe, to share with friends, and do comment and like. Okay? And thank you so much again. Well,